Today in ATS, we're cruising Missouri in our used Kenworth we picked up a while back. We'll be making a couple more deliveries here in Missouri, first stopping in Rolla with some forklifts and then a pair of tandem trailers up to Kansas City. Howdy y'all, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are back in our used Kenworth that we've been in for, a few videos now. Cruising Missouri is what we're doing. Still cruising Missouri. It's probably been like a week or something like that, and I wanted to get back on the road, so here we are, back in our used Kenworth. I think this is the most times I've ever driven the same truck in a row, but, well, I like the truck, so... Let's see, are we in gear? No. Yeah, I like the truck, so I guess I'm just still driving it. We're going to get a trailer. So we're in Missouri doing a... here, let's pull up outside view. Should I... it wants me to turn there, but we're gonna... Okay. Yeah, so we got a job here. We're going to try to knock a couple more towns off the list in the Cruising Missouri checklist. I can't believe I still haven't done them all yet. But I play whenever, I drive trucks whenever I get a chance, but pretty much all the times I do, you see in the videos. And so, so anyway, we're picking up right where we left off last time. We got a load of, we got a couple of forklifts we're picking up on a trailer. And we're taking these to Rolla, Missouri. We are in... Columbus or Springfield? Boy, I kind of forget. We'll see here in a minute, in a few. Forget exactly what town we're in because I just loaded in and take the job to one of the towns we need to go to, and all right. So I had to adjust something there. So the weather is looking pretty. Oh, hey, it's one of my favorite kinds of intersections. If anyone knows why they do this, please tell me. Why have all this complicated stuff here to swap to the other lane and then swap back? Does it really make anything any easier? The only thing I could figure is that to turn left, we no longer have to turn across oncoming traffic, right? But we had to cross over with a stoplight with oncoming traffic, with the oncoming lane to get here. You have to stop both lanes at a stoplight to put them going the other direction and then do it back again. So so I've always, anyway, I just had to mention that. I don't know how that makes anything easier. I'd rather just turn left, but hey, whatever. Roundabouts are also all the rage, and I think they are way less convenient. Anyway, all right, that's enough of that. Sorry. Just started off in that one of those weird intersections, had to trigger me on something here. So we are going to get our forklifts up here. Probably not too far. I didn't, I hid the interface there, so I'm not exactly sure how far, but it's got to be like right up here. But yeah, it's a real gloomy day out. But I think it's getting dark. Yeah, I think it's... What time is it? It's... Oh, 7:30. Yeah, it just flicked right past there. Yeah, it's like 7:30, so okay. I was like, oh, it's really cloudy, but then the more I look at it, I think it's just kind of getting dark. Well, it looks like we're going a ways yet up this road. Maybe I will... Here, I'm going to pull this up and see. What's it say? 8 miles. Okay, so it is just right up here then. Turn this back off. I don't need that bar. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, so every once in a while you see something like this. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that. Right, okay. So anyway, it's slightly unimmersive. I've never seen that before. I've only seen a couple things I had to go around. I mean, every once in a while, there's like a traffic jam that the traffic can't resolve, and so you have to drive around it. Like 2 cars meet somehow coming the opposite way, and they can't resolve that issue. That happens occasionally. One time there was a train which was not moving. Somehow the train was, and it was actually in one of the videos on the channel here. Come across a train that was blocking our entire route, and the only way to resolve that was to drive the wrong way on the road for a minute, which anyway, that's in a video here somewhere, probably in one of the Northwest videos. That was interesting, but yeah, you rarely see stuff like that. So anyway, here's our trailer we're getting should be up here. Yeah, you know, I like this Kenworth. And again, yeah, this is probably the most videos in a row where I've driven the same truck, but I haven't found a reason not to drive it. I like it, so I guess, you know, there is that. Now I'm gonna want to see. Let's see. We got. Say we're good on fuel. I was just thinking I'm gonna want to check to see how tired my guy is, because we might want to rest, and then we could drive. You know, that way we could drive during the day. We'll see. Once we get here, pick up the trailer. We'll look at things like, you know, how tired am I, and what route are we taking, etc. Because the town we're going to, I haven't been to yet. Or forklifts. Right in here, forklifts are decent. They pay decent per mile, and it's a small, not too heavy, easy to maneuver trailer. Now, where's it at is the question. It is. Let's see. Keep an eye out for a trailer with forklifts. Maybe is it down here? Yeah, it's right here. Alright, so let's get this hooked up and we'll be off. Hopefully we can get this hooked up quickly like the last delivery. A lot of times I have troubles with this truck. Last time was easy. Let's hope we can this time as well. I still have it set on the precision hitching. I have everything set on precision, even if it makes it like annoyingly difficult, because that's just how I think it should be done. Let's see, did I get it? Yep. Oh wow, I'm getting the hang of it. Wow, that was really good. I didn't do any cuts there. That was actually how I actually got it. That's the quickest I've ever gotten this truck. Well, with this truck, one thing I pointed it out a couple videos ago, and it does seem to be a thing with this truck. You need to back the fifth wheel up, and then you need to pull it forward a bit. You need to back it up and then pull it forward a bit to get the, for whatever reason, for this particular truck, it seems, to get the hitch to engage, I need to pull forward a little bit. And so that's what I did there. I backed up to right where I thought it should be. Nothing happened, and then I just bumped it forward and I got it. So I guess that's the trick with the Kenworth here. Right, so let's see. Let's have a look at some things here. So we're going 124 miles. Oh yeah, it's not a super far delivery. 124 miles. So I'm going to reset our trip. Let's check this here. Trip distance 0. Okay, I reset our trip right there. So when it's 124, that's where we're going. Now let's check out our map. And let's see if there's anything cool along the way. See what road we're taking. Well, we'll be going through Jefferson City. Yeah, there's a viewpoint and a camera thing. We can check these out. Yeah, let's check these out, because I haven't been through here yet. Those will probably take us, yep, right through there. It'll take us off the freeway for a minute. And what about place to rest? So we'll have one little stop along the way for scenery's sake. Oh, look at that. We can rest right here. Okay, I've already got a good feeling about this. This is going to be great. All right, so first thing we'll do is we'll stop up here and rest. So we got daylight to drive in. Oh, we'll want to recheck our distance, 118 miles. Oh, wow. So we actually got a shorter trip by plotting that stopover at that viewpoint. Yeah, it would seem so, 118 miles. So I'll turn that bar off. After we rest, I'll turn that bar off. And we'll just use our trip set to that. Or watch, you know, for when our trip hits that, whatever. Okay, so up here should be a rest stop of some sort. Well, this delivery is having a much better start than the last one. Yeah, it took forever to get going on that one. At this time, we got everything we need. And it looks like we are resting here at this dealership. Look at that. Discovered a dealership. Not exactly the ideal place to rest with a trailer, but it's a rest spot. It's here on the way to where we're going. I guess I could have surmised from the map that it was a dealership, but so call that my bad, but we're going to rest here. Look, they're closed for the day, so they won't mind. Yeah, they won't mind. They're closed. There we go. Oops, pulled forward a little too far. There we go. All right, we rest here. All right, it is 6 in the morning. What is that god-awful noise? Is it hailing or something? Yeah, it's coming down out there. Let's have a look outside. Whoa, wait, why is it all quiet out here? What's up with this? Well, let's get moving. I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. Let's hit our wipers on, but why is it not raining out here? Yeah, some kind of thing. Anyway, could have something to do with this parking lot. I mean, clearly it is, because you can see the rain kicking off the tires and whatnot. I don't see any rain falling out here though. I can see the reflection of the lights in the road. I'm wondering if it's not like a mod that I have that's misbehaving, because I don't have many mods, but I do have one for better water, better raining visuals. And I may or may not have deactivated that mod recently. I'm just trying to figure out what it could be. There is that. So we got 118 miles. I'm going to turn this annoying bar off at the bottom. We don't need that. All right, let's get on our way to where we're going here. We are turning right up here. And got a red light. But go, go, go. We can go while they're turning. All right, and we're starting off in the rain. Let's see, is it raining outside? Yeah, see something, I can see, so you can see all the water that the truck's kicking up. You can see everything like that, but I don't see any coming down. It must be, I don't know, it could be something to do with the mods. I do have a mod for that. I'll check it. Like later. Okay, how jacked up did I stop at this? Only a little bit. I kind of noticed at the last second I needed to be in this lane. It's my fault for being distracted by the rain. Yeah, I wasn't messing with my mods recently, that mod in particular, because I have so few mods. The only mods I run are some of the trucks, like this truck you see here. I'll have a link to this mod in the description. These trucks that I run, and then very few other things, and the reason I don't run many mods is I don't like things in my game screwing up. So, but weather is one of them, and I was recently turning stuff off. I might have left it off, and this might be what the rain looks like in the game. So I'm used to seeing the rain fall in front of the camera. It might be that I have this mod off, and without it, you don't even see the rain. I don't know. But we are getting on the freeway on our way south to Rolla. Never heard of Rolla, Missouri. That's where we're going. With one little stop along the way, and yeah, 118 miles, man, that's not far at all. I've literally had to drive further than that to get repairs on the truck. Yeah, decide you want to upgrade the truck or something, and the nearest shop is is farther than that, or I'm pretty sure I've had to go farther than that to get fuel even. It's not even that far. So make sure we got our lights on. We got our lights on. Let's see, I'm not sure I saw what time it is. Wish this truck had an analog clock, but it doesn't. It is 6:30. Oh yeah, I saw that. It's 6:30 in the morning. And speed limit here is 65. Trying to get everything set here, get my cruise control set. All right, hit that on. Yep, that's on. Oh, is the rain over? Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It did sound different than it usually does, and then yeah, my guess is I had that mod off or something. It did sound different. I didn't recognize it immediately as rain, and of course everything else that I already said. Yeah, I had an issue lately with a certain truck that was crashing my game. Well, one reason I don't like to have many mods on. One of my trucks kept crashing my game, and I was turning mods on and off to try to find the cause of it. Never did find the cause of it. It's annoying. We are getting off up here. Yeah. Yep, we're getting off here to go to this way. Let's see what we got up here. I like how we can just zoom in and see our, yeah, because of where the GPS screen is, we can just zoom in and see this really well here. Sorry, forgot I left the turn signal on. All right, we are going to get off here, and then, yeah, either way, we're getting off here for sure. It looks like we're hanging a left on this or something. Yeah, right here. Right here, we're hanging a left. Tight turn. I don't think I've been around this before. Kind of pay attention a little bit to that. And now we are going. Looks like we're keeping left. Ish. Yeah, ish. Oh, yeah, no, it's up here a ways. I see. It is up here a ways. Oh, okay, this is our stop that we scheduled. All right, cool. Well, look at that. The sun's coming out. That's all very nice. I think we're going to want to turn up here. I guess it's this right here. Yep. Let's turn right here. And we'll go see what this viewpoint is. Alright, we are going... Yeah, I don't really know. It's a back road. I guess it's like through this town is where we're going. There's something to take a picture of off to our left, which we can probably do at the viewpoint, but let's go ahead and hit that right here. Let's see what this is. There we go. Missouri State Capitol. Sweet. How do I get out of this thing? Escape? Yep. All right. I haven't used the camera much. Pretty much only when they tell me to. All right, we are taking the next right. Driving a semi through city streets. And looks like our viewpoint is going to be up here, like on the street somewhere. I hope it's not the other lane. Sometimes you have to make some weird maneuvers in town. Let's see. Should be... nope, it's actually right here. We're in luck. It's on our side. We are in luck. There we go. Let's see what this is. We are, let's see, Ozark Sport. Jefferson City is where we're at. That's cool. It's not the capital of Missouri. I'm no expert, but I think it seems to me it's the capital. That would make sense since you just took a picture of the Capitol building. Yeah, okay, yeah. Look at the big brain on me. Yeah, of course. I guess this is cool because you get to see all the, you see all the detail and small touches they put in all these cities. All the stuff they recreate from real life that you otherwise really just don't see driving around. So they're like, hey, look at all this cool stuff we made for you. See how realistic the city is? And fair. Yeah, it is. So it's cool you get to see this stuff. Otherwise, yeah, you don't really see it driving by, not usually. That was a fairly short one. All right, let's fire it up. E-brake off, and we are just going to keep going forward. Forward ho. That was easy enough. Yeah, and this was convenient too. I mean, like everything about this trip so far, pretty darn convenient. We can just pull right through this town, Jefferson City that is. We can pull right through Jefferson City up to where we're going. Is our fuel is still fine? Yep, fuel's still fine. What time is it now? Is it 7:40? We can turn our lights off, I suppose. Can't get those on anymore. It's a nice day outside. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at that truck. Huh. It's not a usual truck that you see in the traffic. It's interesting. I wonder if, I don't know. I don't know how the, things work, but that's definitely not a truck that I can't say I ever see one of those old trucks driving down the freeway. I wonder if they have different stuff for in the towns or things like that. Oh, it's just kind of cool. It's like going through a town. It's something you would point out. Say you're driving with your dad through town or something. You'd be like, hey, look, Dad, look at that old truck. You know, I think there's a car show in town or something like that, right? It's that kind of moment. I was like, oh, look at a truck. Maybe that's a part of normal traffic, and but I don't think so. All right, we're totally going right through residential Jefferson City here, and they're just going to have us stop at every darn light, aren't they? This happens way more than it should. Try to get some cool camera angles of the truck here driving through town. But I should probably watch where we're going a little bit, you think? Yeah, it was just a really cool shot. Maybe I'll make that into a thumbnail or something. Let's see, we are going... Where's our tripometer? Gotta watch the road, too. Yeah, we still got not that far. We're just taking this down to, back to the freeway or something. And should always keep an eye out. I forget about this sometimes. When you're going through places like this, keep an eye out for shortcuts or like unexplored roads or whatever. You know, yeah, this would be, let me check the map actually. This would be a prime place for things like that. Yeah, there's nothing here like that here. I forget where it was. It might have been Nebraska. There was that crazy long one, which was like over 100 miles of back roads and all kinds of hidden, like usually the unexplored roads or I forget what they're called, is normally just kind of a road that's not on the map that connects two things, and it's kind of cool that you found it. But that one we found, again, I forget where it was like a whole world of stuff back there. There was like hidden viewpoints and other things and all kinds of stuff. A mine that we drove through and a mountain to go over. It was crazy. It was all not on the map. We are turning left up here to get back on the freeway, it looks like. Yeah, I might be able to get 2 deliveries done today in this episode. Usually I just do one, which is, you know, fine, but usually I do it's like a 300-mile delivery. But we're kind of doing the shorter ones because I'm trying to finish up the Cruisin' Missouri event, and like the last video was short because we just did, you know, one short delivery. This is only like 120 miles. Of course, I have to start it, and I'm going to park the truck and everything. It might end up being a decent amount of time by then, but we might be able to do another delivery after this. Another 100+ mile delivery. We can keep rolling. Okay, we're going to Rolla. Oh, I can't see where's my cruise control set at? I need to get in the left lane. Oh, we got a 2-lane highway. Oh, that's cool. I like the 2-lane highways. More to pay attention to. feels, I don't know, the scenery is closer up to the truck. There's more to watch, more to see. Everything kind of comes at you pretty fast on these 2-lane roads like this. They certainly got to pay attention to the curves. And passing. So if I can get around these guys here. And it says speed limit 45 up here, I think. Let's see. I think we might be turning left somewhere. So I'm going to stay in the left-hand lane for now, because speed limit's 45. What's my cruise control set at? 45. Didn't realize I had the engine brake on. I was that smooth on the truck the whole way. I didn't realize the engine brake was on. Yeah, we're turning left up here. Sweet. Well, that was fun down that highway. Really smooth run on that highway. And we are, looks like, going east on 44, if I read that sign right. I'm not 100% though. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, I could have stopped a little bit better, huh? Yeah, I could have stopped a little bit better. There we go. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Definitely didn't happen. Alright, and we are going onto 44. We've got, let's see how much, about 14 miles, so we're getting pretty darn close. Yeah, we're getting like super close. Should be looking for where we're going out here pretty soon. Let's see. Did I turn that on? Yes, I did. And it looks like we're getting off right here. Alright, well that was a fun delivery. I mean, yeah, the 100-some mile deliveries, they can be fun because you get to do, you kind of get to do a little bit of, you get to do just a little bit of driving and that's there, right? Pretty much by the time you get on the freeway, you're already there, but you get to do all of the, all of this and all that, and, whoops, let's see, anyone come in? No. Now, let's see where we're taking these guys here, these forklifts. Yeah, I like this truck. I thought about driving a different truck. Then it's like, I don't know why get in a different truck. I like my Kenworth. I need to drive the Peterbilt though, because I really liked that, like a lot. And I remember when I first got this truck, I was, because this is a mod truck, which I paid for. And when I first got it, I was like, oh man, this sucks. I really like the Peterbilt better. And I forgot about that because I've been driving this thing, just not thinking about it. I need to go back to the Peterbilt and see what was so good about it. But anyway, because I've gotten to really like this thing, and I didn't at first. I think it's when I switched to this old school dashboard, I started liking it more. But anyway, here we are at our delivery point, and we'll see where we're taking these forklifts here. Yeah, these are always super easy to deliver. Well, I mean, as easy as anything. And what I mean by that, oh, see, there's a passage. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, wait. So this place is on a passage? That's the name for it. I bet, see this little dotted, yeah, this is on a passage, so that would be back there, and let's look for any, like, roads out here. There might be roads out here that go somewhere. It's funny that I would mention that, and then, anyway. But yeah, the forklifts, because they pay well. Distance per mile, they're pretty far up there for just regular cargo, and they are so easy to pull because they're lightweight, simple trailers. Now, let's see where it wants us to take this. It looks easy enough. That might be a pull-through because it's 40 XP. It might be a pull-through. We'll check this out. Let's see. I always pick the hardest option, but and sometimes they're well, you know, varying difficulty. No, yeah, as per usual, it is a pull-through, but they're like, no, we're just gonna park this big dump truck bed here. All right, well, that's fine. I mean, I expected to have to back up. All right, let's see. What's the easiest way to do this? Oh, they put that big axle right there because they know that the easiest way to do this is to get to be pull up here to my right. All right, well, then we're pulling up this way then. We'll do it up here. So I want to position this about... Try to get as much room for the cab as I can. Maybe a little further. Yeah, we'll see. But right here, I might be kind of... I've had a good run at these lately, so now would be the time that I miss one, I guess. Whoops. Camera kind of... the problem is when you got to go around this stuff like here. Yeah, see. I think I could have had it. The problem is I got to... my cab. The problem is my cab's going to hit this stuff. Alright, so we'll put the cab more like this then. Alright, we should have more room now. Oh yeah, now we got plenty of room. Yeah, that first attempt, I spent the entire time watching the cab, not even the trailer. I was just trying to steer around the stuff that I was going to hit. And there we go. Perfect. All right, yeah, I think we got time for another delivery. That was super cool and quick. I mean, so that'll make the video a little bit longer, but too long, too short. All right, so I've gone through. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this. It's 2 trailers. It'll be fun. I never do tandem trailer deliveries because they're more of a pain. I can't back them up, but we'll do this. It's a little bit farther. I went through that list and let's get out of here. I went through that list and there was nothing closer. So it's a little bit of a farther delivery. So this video will probably end up being a little bit longer, but it is what it is. I mean, I went through the whole list of every delivery from Rolla to anywhere else in Missouri, and it was either a town we'd already been to or this one. This one's 220 miles. So I guess today's video will be a little bit longer, but whoa, we're turning here. But so far things have been going really well. Now I meant to kind of explore back there a bit. There might have been a hidden road somewhere. Well, yeah, you know, drat. Yeah, I really should. Well, because it's like, well, surely I'll be back here again in the future. Yeah, and I may come to this place again in the future, but I probably won't know or remember that there's a hidden thing here because it won't tell me because I've already found it, you know? So I just want to explore back here and see what it was I saw on the map. we get back here, I'll hop back in the truck. If you look at the GPS here, then we see that up ahead there's like a dotted line of a road, and that's the sign that we're on a what do you call it? A passage. Yeah, see it's lighting up. It's lighting up on the map as we drive on it, and it could just be nothing, or it could be a thing. Apparently, this is just this. Yeah, and like I was saying, it's funny, I would mention that earlier. Like I was saying earlier, they can be just a little shortcut like that, or they can be like a 100-mile-long trek through the forest. You never know what you're going to end up with. Apparently, it's just that, which I guess is fine, because we have places to be. We got to go pick up some trailers and take them to Kansas City. All right, so how far are we going? Let's pop our thing back up just so we get an idea here. 5 miles. Oh, it's like right here. Okay, well, 5 miles is a crow flies maybe, but we got a few roads. We had to go back down this long curvy road here and go pick up our trailers. Yeah, so tandem trailers, I hardly ever do that. Well, they pay decently. It'll be a good, I forgot to see what the cargo is. It'll pay decent per mile. They are easier to deliver in a way because since you can't back them up, they won't require us to back them up. But to be honest, I kind of like backing stuff up. You know, when you complete a job, it's fun. So this is going to end up being a little longer, but it's okay because I haven't driven the truck in like a week, and yeah, now I'm kind of wanting to drive a different one of our trucks just so I can drive something different because I'm enjoying this so much. But now it's like, geez, it's getting kind of same-ish now. I'm being in the same truck all the time. I wonder how many miles oh, we can't see how many. Actually, yeah, we can. When we bought this truck, it was what, 531,000 miles, wasn't it? I believe so. So we've put a couple thousand miles on it. Yeah, not a whole lot. In fact, yeah, it's been several videos in a row, but when I think about it, I've only driven it on video. I haven't driven it myself, so it's only been in these recent videos I've uploaded. Except for, there was about a almost 2,000 mile drive from Washington. When we first bought it, it put up in Washington, and I had to drive it from Washington back to Missouri, 2,000 miles. So that's actually most of the time that I've driven it. These videos I've been driving it in are just short deliveries. So while it seems like it's been forever, it's actually only been a few consecutive deliveries. All right, where are we going up here? We are... Yeah, I like having that right there. I could just squint. I could just squint my eyes and look right dead ahead on the dashboard and see my map. Although, I mean, I prefer the GPS if it were to be anywhere. I guess I prefer it on top, so it's not obtrusive in my way. But since it is in the way, it makes it easier to, you know, just lean forward and kind of squint and see. All right, so... Oh. Print. What, it's just like, I mean, I don't know what the job is, but I figured it'd be like hazardous chemicals or something since it's paying us so well. Okay, we need to find where our trailers are. Actually, it should tell me what our job is. Paper. Wow. But they're paying us pretty good. Well, it says $9,000. $9,000 for 200 miles. Well, it's just, you see, whenever I go to the jobs... It was on this first page. Oh, okay. Yeah, to be fair, it was on the first page, which is the highest income, but it's because there was like, yeah, okay. So no, it doesn't pay that well. I mean, yeah, I thought it was paying well because it was on the front page, but it was only on the front page because there was like no good paying jobs. Anyway, I'm assuming back here is where, yep, where we want to be. Okay, so we want to get this guy hooked up. And, well, we're going to have to kind of monkey the truck around a little bit here. They like to park stuff in difficult spots. We're going to have to do this first. Now we can go forward. Because we want to be pointing out, you know, when we get the trailer, right? There we go. Now we can... Now, let's see if we can do this as good as we did last time. Nice and easy. That's... no. There we go. Took a couple tries, but I got it. Yeah, that one took a couple tries like it often does. But the trick ended up being the same, which was to get in there and then bump it forward just a tad. Now, you got to remember that we have tandem trailers here. Get a feel for these turns. Well, which is probably easier done from inside the cab, actually. I can see where they're turning from in here. All right, so we have got us 220 miles. Reset our trip. Oh yeah, let's see. Is there anything scenic along the way? Let's see. I always check for this. Although there is this. And that would just be getting off here and exit sooner. Oh, hey, we're going to that one place. Remember, I stopped here a few videos ago in this one place, and I was curious as to what it was. Someone actually told me in the comments that this is some kind of underground storage. We can stop here, and that'll probably just divert us. Yeah, right. That only briefly, slightly changes. In fact, that shortens our route. So 217 miles. You can turn this off now. Oh wait, how's our tiredness? How's our fatigue thing doing? Actually, it says like nothing at all. So okay, fair enough. Well, let's get moving. We're going to want to get fuel. I'm going to say, yeah, even though it's... There's a fuel stop right here, isn't there? Yeah, actually up here on our right, it looks like. Yeah, we're going to want to get fuel because with two trailers like this, you know, technically there's less places we can get into. This is already right here. So I say, why, yeah. Why risk it? Why risk getting in a tricky spot? So we're going to pull up here and get us some fuel. We could rest, but it really doesn't look like we need any, which that'll do. We are good to go. Off to Kansas City. Okay, let's have a look at the map. Can we just pull forward? I think so. We need to get up there. I think we can pull up here. Make sure no one's coming. I hope no one's coming that way. And we just need to get on the freeway down here. And we got us a good, smooth start to our delivery. Directly on the freeway we go. All right. Yeah. We're already moving. Got a fast start on this one. I mean, I think, because we got fuel right off the bat, we hop right on the freeway. Anything can happen, but we got us a good start. And let's see, what time is it? Man, I'll say it again. Yeah, I wish this had an analog clock. It's at 10 something a.m. Yeah, 10:15 a.m. We're getting off here? Yeah, we are. Well, the freeway was fun while it lasted. I didn't look at our route that carefully. I really need to look at it more carefully. And I try to when I'm not reporting, when I'm driving by myself. I usually do. Of course, one fun thing you can do, one way is to not install the GPS on the truck, simply not use it at all, which I have done before in a video, and that was fun. The heavy hauler, the budget heavy hauler that we built here and ran in the videos on the channel, if you recall, when I first got it, I didn't install GPS on it, and the first several deliveries we did on it, in fact, I think every time it appeared on the channel, it didn't have the GPS on it, and I think that was fun.
It required me to look at the road and pay attention to things and not just rely on the screen. Sometimes I forget that it's a completely viable option. So we have got 196 miles. Oh, that's right. So here, I forget what our thing was. I'll reset the trip again. So, all right, 190-ish miles, 190 miles. That's how we'll know we're there, because I already lost track of the distance. All right, but I got to get with it because we are driving through some twisty turnies here a little bit. Speed limit is 60. My cruise is on 60. Turn down a little bit. Oh, there's an old car. Alright, we are keeping to the left, it looks like. Jefferson City, St. Louis. Going toward Jefferson City, I guess. Yeah, it looks that way. We are okay. The right-hand lane here. Yeah, some of these interchanges. I was quiet because I was focusing on like going, going around these turns, past these barrier walls that are right next to the truck, and trying to look at the thing at the same time and see what lane we're in. And as we get close to Kansas City, that's definitely going to come into play. Kansas City, it looks like we have to go through a couple of these complicated interchanges where. Might want to pull up the map, because that's going to be like where it's handy to definitely know ahead of time where you're going, because looking at the GPS can really mess you up when sometimes on the GPS it's unclear as to, sometimes if you're getting off or staying, which lane to be in, it can be unclear, and knowing what road you're going to, well, helps because you can just follow the signs to that road. Alright, so we are still in Jefferson City, I guess. This is that Performing Arts Center that we saw in that cutscene, and there's the Capitol building, I believe, up there. Yeah, way up there on the right, the 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, whatever. I guess we're still in Jefferson City for the moment. I mean, that's the sign we just took on the freeway, but we must have left from the south side of it and somehow passed back through it. Going north, I guess. Because, yeah, that's true. I do remember on the map saying that we're backtracking some of the way. Oh, that's right. No, we didn't go to Jefferson City. We went to Rolla. We went through Jefferson City to Rolla. That's right. I was thinking yeah, okay, so that makes sense. I was just thinking, how are we just now backtracking through the city we went to? Okay, because we didn't. We went further. That makes sense now. Why? Speed limit's 40 here? Yeah, apparently so. Oh, speaking of which, I don't need this bar on. It told me I was speeding, but I'd rather rely on my speedometer. And here we got road construction. And this lane is ending. Speed limit is... oh, never mind. The speed limit is... oh, yeah, it's lower now. And my foot is itching. Take my foot off the gas for a second. There we go. Of course, the advantage of driving a truck from your home is that I'm not wearing shoes, so my foot itches, I can scratch it. Don't you hate when you're driving and your foot starts itching, but you're wearing like boots and there's nothing you can do about it? I guess that's the advantage of driving a truck from my living room, is that I can scratch my foot. Speed limit 65. Let's see, what's it set on? 65. And it looks like it's getting kind of cloudy again here. A little bit. Let's see, what's our, okay, we still got 120-ish, yeah, miles to go. And back, oh, how about that? Back down to the 2-lane road. Two-lane windy road. It's probably the same road, I guess, because we're going much the same way. So yeah, it's probably the same road, only the other direction. No, maybe not, because this is 40 miles an hour. $35. What, are we going through a town or something? It would appear so. Yeah, we're going through a town. I didn't catch the name of the town we're in. And to be fair, it doesn't say what town we're in. You know, I completely forgot until just now that we're pulling 2 trailers behind us. I just kind of looked over there in the rear view and I was like, oh yeah, we got 2 trailers. I mean, that's good to keep in mind. Like, anytime I take a turn, I kind of need to remember that there's 2 trailers back there. Although technically, I mean, they're shorter, right, than a standard, like, 53-foot trailer, so I technically don't have to turn as wide, probably. I could probably take a turn not as wide because these are shorter, but it's still good to know that they're back there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. Whenever I turn, you know, I usually just turn so I can see that mirror and kind of watch how the trailers are tracking. Of course, that is one thing, as I've said before, you know, that I like about longer trucks is that you don't have to turn them as wide because, you know, the truck's chassis has length, so you don't have to make turns as wide in general. Truck is riding really smooth. I kind of zoned out there for a second and I was like, I swerved. If you saw me swerve, I was looking at controls on the dashboard. My truck it's just kind of just barreling down this freeway. It got really quiet, no vibration. It's really quiet. I guess it just hit that spot, you know, in the transmission where everything, you know, you're like 1-to-1 gear ratio and everything is just perfectly smooth. I guess we just hit that moment there because everything was smooth and I was like, did the truck, like right here, it's like, did the truck die or something? Yeah, like right there. I had to like look around to make sure that no, we just did that perfect like 1-to-1 ratio on the highway where we're just like zero vibration, zero sound, just yeah. But I was all looking at my gauges to see if something was wrong. And we are we getting off on this? Let's see. Yeah, we are. Let's get behind this guy because who knows if what he's going to do, so I'll get behind him. Kansas City, that's where we're going. And we're going to keep right, it looks like. Yep, Kansas City, Des Moines. We're going to keep right here. Let's see. What's our distance looking like? Another 60 miles-ish. 40 miles. Oh, my whole thing what just happened there? Whoa, this is weird. Uh-oh. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to save my game. Yeah, that was, the whole thing froze for a minute there. That's not, okay, anyway, I hit save, it's fine. Now I'm all distracted. We've got about another 40-ish miles, I think. So that means we're probably getting close to Kansas City now, which means we're going to have to look for, have to be paying attention to what lane we're supposed to be in, where, and such like that. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, speed limit 45. Check. I'm going to be watching my thing here closely a lot. Yeah, these interchanges get complicated. Excuse me, and so this is where it's handy to know what road you're going on, so I can be watching the signs instead of instead of squinting at the GPS, try to see which lane it looks like I'm supposed to be on. It's handy just to know what roads I'm ultimately looking for, and then I can use the signs instead, but I didn't do that. I guess I figured that I'll just I think we're good though. That's probably like the only, there might be one more of those, but I think we're good. We're staying here on this. And what's my speed? We're speeding a little bit, yeah. Speeding just a little bit. Well, while I was trying to decide where to go, I was kind of just doing it with my foot on the accelerator, you know. We're getting off here. And check this. Oh yeah, we're kind of, this is about where we're getting off. This is where we're getting off, and that's why we're, yeah. How are we on the trailers? We're just fine. There's a lot of stuff right there to pay attention to. I was paying attention to a lot of stuff. And that's why I was going 20 miles over the speed limit, because there was so much to pay attention to. I was just sitting there resting my foot on the gas pedal, and yeah. But it's fine. And why do I see oh, because we have a little diversion here. That's right, we're getting off here too. This is not where we're going for the final delivery per se, not just yet. That's right. We marked a viewpoint here. It's right near the end of our journey. That explains it. Now I remember. I was like, why do I have two red paths on my my map over there? Whoa, this truck. Yeah. We are going up here. Yeah, I'm trying to watch a couple things here at once. I guess we're going here. Hold up. Let me stop here and let's pull forward. Looks like it's up here. I want to make sure I know where we're going. Farmer's Barn. And let's see. Okay, so we're going... Okay, I guess it's down here a little bit yet. Oh, we got some silos here and stuff like that. There's a whole thing down here. Let's see, how are we doing on the fatigue bar? Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Oh yeah, we got a whole like agricultural complex back here. Oh, this is cool. Very cool. I need to do some farming. Wait, where's our viewpoint thingy? It's up here on the... Yeah, right up here. Sweet. We found it. Wow. I got to remark, everything has gone exactly easily to plan. We have made 0 mistakes. Everything has turned out to be right where it's supposed to be. I think, right? I think so. All right. Let's see what this place is. Kansas City. Well, I knew that, but big bridge. Yeah, so we got two deliveries done today. You know, like I said earlier, usually I only do the one, but so this will end up being longer, but this time, I don't know. It's been a minute since I played because other things keep coming up, and I try to do everything that I can, but posting content on my other channel and trying to keep stuff here while also, as I mentioned in my recent farming video, doing work on my computer. I'm trying to upgrade my computer lately, and that's been problematic because I ordered parts for my computer, and then the motherboard they sent me in the mail is bad, so I had to send that back, and now there's a delay on trying to get my computer upgraded, but it's all what it is. Anyway, so that is that. Get going here. All right, we are, we're already in at Kansas City, so we just got to complete our delivery. Yeah, I'm upgrading this computer. The thing is, I'm getting a new processor for it, which in this case means getting a whole new motherboard and also a memory. And so it's so much of an upgrade that I'm going to be left with basically most of a computer in spare parts. So I'm going to build a second computer out of it because I may as well. I mean, when you're replacing the board and the memory and the processor, and I already have a spare video card laying around, that's like 3/4 of a computer I'll have laying around, so I may as well build a second one, right? So I don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe have it dedicated for like truck driving. I thought about that because this computer as it is runs this game fine. This game doesn't need the upgrades I'm doing on the computer. So I thought about building the second one. Again, I'll have so many spare parts that I'll have a second one pretty much already just laying there in spare parts, right? So put together a second one and set it up with maybe, right, with the steering wheel and everything over at it, so it's just dedicated just for that one thing. I think that could be kind of cool. And then if I had the space or the inclination, build a dedicated truck driving simulator booth, right, if that computer's not being used for anything else. I mean, I'm just saying, okay, I was trying to see what his turn is. The turn is, this is kind of tricky. What is the logistics of stopping at this particular stoplight in a truck, right? Here, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I don't know how I'm supposed to navigate that without stopping on the track, so I'm just gonna go. All right, we are on the move. Anyway, so all that, I mean, the thought had crossed my mind, wouldn't it be cool to have a dedicated setup just for this game so that my steering wheel and all of that stuff could be permanently hooked up, and you can make it into I don't know, if you were, like I said, if you're so inclined, you can make it into a whole simulated truck cab if you wanted to. I don't know. Either way, though, I'm waiting on replacement parts to build my computer because they sent me some bad motherboards or whatever. All right, we are going sharp turn up here, and yeah, we're getting more rain. It's been a really smooth delivery, but the weather sure hasn't been. And these guys are in our way up here. What's going on? Oh, just a super long line in the right-hand lane, I guess. Wow, it's really coming down. Yeah, you can't see it here. It must be that mod. Must have been what was causing the raindrops. So you can certainly hear it and see it here. Yeah, I think this is a kind of a sharp turn. Oof, can't see crap from in here. Yeah, I got so used to the way rain looked with that mod. I need to turn that back on. Yeah, the rain it makes the rain look way more realistic. It's clear that I have that mod off because this does not look like how I'm used to it looking. Anyway, though, we are hanging a right up here. It's like a frontage road of some type. And we're pretty much at our delivery. Yeah, it was kind of a... I don't know if it was the rain or what. It took me a minute to stop there. It could have been the rain. My lights on. They are now. Yeah, it just occurred to me. I mean, my running lights are on. I always have my running lights on. Speed limit 45. We're almost there, I think. Well, what's our trip distance say? Yeah, we're like exactly there. That was the distance, 192, I believe. We're turning left, it looks like. I can't see anything in my mirror. Well, I'm gonna hope there's something there. Oh, geez, yeah, that must be the rain. Couldn't quite get her stopped there. No one behind me? No. Okay, that's good. All right, so nothing went horribly wrong. Just there's a lot to pay attention to right there, and then you add in the rain factor. It definitely had definitely played a part in my braking distance. Go figure. But it looks like we're going right up here. Yeah. All right, so let's see where they want this. We are turning right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. This is that big place, the storage place. There's a viewpoint in there. I never did figure out how to get to that viewpoint. It's you know, one of the cutscene places. I have no idea, because maybe this delivery will give us a clue. Wait, am I turning here? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because this huge complex, I didn't see, if you saw that video, I didn't see a clear way to drive into it. Wait, no, this was not the turn. Yeah, it was... Alright, I gotta turn around somehow. I need an outside view. I gotta see where I'm going, darn it. Yeah, this weather is not being friendly. So I gotta turn around here. So there's the first thing to go wrong is right there, kind of. It was unclear as to whether I was turning there or not, but that was the rain pouring down. It was unclear that there was another road up ahead, but yeah, it's right there. No matter. I'm just gonna go up here like it never happened. Yeah, through the train track, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna stop sign. I'm just trying to get back. I'm just trying to get to where we're going. I'm just trying to get there. And we'll see here. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get to our delivery. Okay, so now that we're on the right way, where exactly is our delivery? I don't know. It's up here somewhere. But yeah, I don't know how to get into this place. The viewpoint is somewhere in the middle of this thing. I did pull up to one of the entrances, and it doesn't look like a place you're supposed to drive. I don't know. It's a little confusing. All right, so we're going here. Here, I'm going to get an outside view. That rain is... And then it's weird when I swap out here and the rain is mysteriously gone. It's just weird. Okay, so we're delivering the truck up here on the right. Yeah, see, the truck won't fit in either of those entrances. It doesn't fit. It would fit there, I guess, but it doesn't look like a place you're supposed to drive into. I don't know. I'll figure that out in my own time. I guess that's where we're supposed to drive into. I guess as long as we're dropping the trailers off. Whoops, this is a do not enter. Well, I kind of just saw that as I was already pulling in. I should have entered... Oh, crap. You know what? It's gonna matter. I gotta circle back around. If I pull up to the left into that delivery point, it's gonna want me to... It's gonna assume that I'm facing the other way, you see? It's really disorienting to be in the truck and you see all that weather, which is now gone. Let's turn my wipers off. And then come out here and there's no rain at all. That's weird. I'll turn that... Yeah, I guess it's the mod thing, like I said earlier. Okay, so anyway, got a little hectic there at the end. Everything was perfectly fine until that. There we go. All right. And where do you want it? Right, directly in front of us. Yeah, this is why I turned around, because had we would have had to turn around anyway. All right. Now, I'm going to see if there is a way into this big complex here. It looked like maybe there was a way in, but it's going to be weird. I don't know. All right, continue. And let's just, before we sign off here, let's just see. As long as we don't have a trailer, if we get in a weird spot, we can get out. See, up here, looks like possibly a way in. Wait, wasn't this just... No, it was this one here. It looks sketchy and not like something you should drive through, but the thing is, every entrance to this place looks sketchy. So... Here, what's this sign say? Can I read it? Yeah, I guess we're meant to go in here. I guess it's like a salt mine or something that's been converted into storage. I know there's a lot of this to the Midwest. Yeah, okay, how about that? So now we got to find the viewpoint. Well, I knew that's all it would take is just get the balls to actually come in this place. So we're going... You can't set waypoints. No, you can't set waypoints in here. So we gotta just kind of follow this around, I guess. There's a train there, so I'm gonna say we don't go that way. We're gonna follow this way. Who knows what we'll find here? Well, this is kind of cool. I guess we could have come here with the trailer. Yeah. To be fair, we've driven through scarier places. If you saw that video where I found the whole secret place, there was an underground mine that we drove through, and I had a trailer for that, and I had to go through an underground mine over a rickety wooden bridge in an underground mine. That was sketchy. This is just a little cramped is all. Yeah, this is just a little cramped. I mean, this is really just like going to a freaking parking garage at the hospital or the airport or something, you know, as really isn't even that bad at all. So we're turning... Oh, I see it actually. How about that? I see it. Yeah, once you get in here, it's not so bad at all. Looks intimidating from the outside, but... So, we'll check this out. I'm dying to see this now. Right. Kansas City Underground. Cool. Well, we got a lot done today. Did 2 deliveries and saw now 3 viewpoints I haven't seen before. And so we'll see this. Yeah, and I like this Kenworth. I might just drive it again. Yeah, I have had an issue with... I've had some mod conflict or something that's crashing my game when I go to the dealership. So that's stopping me from buying a truck at the moment. But we have other trucks I could drive. But I like driving this Kenworth. I mean, there's no complaints with it. It's not that it's super special cool per se, but there's no complaints with it. It's got easy to see dashboard and easy to read gauges. It's got a good engine. It's a good looking truck. Yeah, it's like anytime I think about switching, it's like, well, why should I switch? The truck is a Jon Ruda W900 Kenworth. The links in the description below. Frankly, I think the in-game W900 is just fine. It's just, I like Jon Ruda's mods, and I have all his trucks, all the American trucks anyway, because I like them, you know. It's not required that you pay for a mod. It's certainly higher quality than the in-game ones for sure, but they're just fine, to be clear. So anyway, though, that was cool. Guys, thanks so much for joining me on this pretty fun delivery, actually. Lots of fun stuff happened. Thanks for joining me. And I'll catch you guys next time, or probably in a farming video next. We'll see, but I'll see you guys real soon here on the channel for another video. Thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate hearing from you down in the comments below. See you later.